We're going to go over here to Schuylerville. You know where Schuylerville is?
I do.
Yeah, you do.
Just out of our territory.
Okay. Hi, guys.
Hello.
And we're talking about the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee.
It's a mouthful,
Ta-da,
right?
ta-da, ta-da. Yeah, I've seen the play. It's a wonderful, wonderful musical and play. So tell me, Jonathan, you're the director?
I am.
Yeah, so how are you directing it?
You know, I have a very, I like to think, not distinct, but a very distinct way to direct. Is I like to tell a story. I like to tell the story first, and then bring in the music and anything else that needs to be layered upon that. For me, it's the story of these 6 kids and these 3 adults that have come together and to try to tell some kind of funny, entertaining story, but at the same time, kind of show these 6 kids what their life is every day. So.
And so how did you cast this now? Are you casting it with adults or kids?
Yes, we have a fully adult show.
Okay.
That was a conscious decision. I think that there are moments in this show that, if anyone's seen the show, it's a very funny show.
I've seen it a long time ago. I haven't seen it recently, though.
It's a silly show. It's a funny show, but there are moments in every one of these kids' lives that are not quite so silly and not quite so funny. And I wanted to highlight those moments, so that we could show that there's a little more dimension to these kids as to just kids who spell. Mm-hmm. And so there are a couple of, every one of them has a little moment in the show where we get to see a little bit underneath the surface of these spellers. So
yeah, and I must admit I don't remember the entire show, but I remember I enjoyed it. Yeah, I think Schenectady Schenectady Light Opera did it. It's the last time I saw it. So how many are in your cast?
We have 6. We have 6 spellers and 3 adults, so there's a 9-person cast. But we also have 4 guest spellers every night. We are doing,
no. What's a? I know you have the vice principal here too.
Yes, so the vice. Yes, Annette plays our vice principal, Pate, and we have 6 kids, 6 adults who are playing these spellers, and then every night we have 4 additional guest spellers that traditionally are pulled from the audience on the night of the show. We are doing it a little differently. We are inviting 4 guests every night. And we're
so they're not out of the audience then?
No, they are pre-selected.
They're plants.
We themed them. We themed the evenings.
Yes.
And,
yes. So we're doing
no surprises.
No surprises. Yeah. I don't want to.
Well, they'll still be surprised. They won't know the words they're getting.
Yeah.
We won't know if they can spell them or not.
Correct.
What are some of the words? I mean, just give me a clue.
From the script,
lugubrious,
elanguescence, Weltanschauung.
What?
Yeah, Weltanschauung.
Cow.
Is it? I never even heard that word.
Yes, it's basically, if I remember from the script, I haven't memorized the script. It's the way a person's moves through life, or goes
the perception
through,
and
the
how they move through
perception
their
of
life.
how they move through life is Weltanschauung.
Do they? Okay, so now in Proctor's we had the spelling bee here, the real spelling bee, and it was interesting because you tell them the word and they say, "Oh, use it in a sentence."
Correct.
So I mean, like if I gave you the word sight, you wouldn't know whether it's CITE
right.
or SIGHT
right.
or SITE, right?
Correct.
So that is in fact all of my lines.
Yeah.
The word, can
Yes.
have it in definition. The definition,
Yes.
can you use it in a sentence? And the sentence.
Okay.
So I talk endlessly, hence the tired voice for
And you're getting
rehearsing.
tired of the whole thing probably by this time.
No, it is great fun. I have seen it many times, and to Jonathan's credit, this is the first time I will see a hilarious youngster speller come up and actually maybe get a tear in my eye, because I see a moment where they have to grow up a little bit because of the stories that they tell, and I never saw that in this show before.
Oh, really?
And it's
because
been
of Jonathan.
because of the way Jonathan kind of built out the characters and the moments he decided to pick and highlight for them. And it is so fun to go to a show and laugh, but that completely opens you up to be able to cry too once you tap into emotion.
Isn't that what they say?
So I think it makes
if you
it
look at the masks, it's the sad.
There's actually one song that when it ends, I'm like, can I just get a tissue for a minute? like it is really beautiful, and we have incredible singers.
Sing it almost every time you do the rehearsal,
every time,
but it still
every
hits
time.
you, right?
Yeah, it's wonderful. It's so enjoyable to be a part of, and I just can't wait for people to just be sitting there and taking it in.
Yeah. Now, I always ask this. First of all, I always ask about the set, but before I do that, is this appropriate for all ages?
We did.
Yes and no. So
we put a parental advisement on the.
All of our marketing assets have a parental suggestion, parental guidance suggestion, only because there are a couple of
coming of age circumstances, I would call it.
Yes, and there's a couple of situational moments, but there's also a little bit of language in the show.
Like they've never heard on the school bus, right?
Exactly, but still, we want people to be aware that you'll hear a curse.
No, I agree
we'll
with you.
sing a curse.
Proctor's does the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't.
So you're saying teenage and up?
Yes, I mean there are. Yes, I mean I will say this. None of the words in this show you haven't heard if you don't turn on the television and listen to primetime network television. So do with it as you may. I don't think that there is necessarily a wrong age to see this show.
Okay.
In any age, really. But
it's a fun show, though.
Yeah, it's a fun show.
So fun.
It's there are, and those moments that I speak of, they're very brief, but they're just enough for you to appreciate each one of these children at the end of the show. Yeah. Because they each have this moment.
The words are there for a reason. I mean, if you're putting words in just for shock value, then it's not very good.
Correct.
But if you're putting in there because that's exactly what would have happened in real life, then that's a whole other thing.
Yeah, the random luck of the draw, depending on if you get the hard word or the easy word. The sentences could be questionable at times, but I'm enjoying that a whole lot.
You're having fun.
I'm having fun.
Annette, you've acted before, right?
Yes.
So how many performances? I mean, how many shows have you been in? Can you give me a rough?
Not.
You can't
20.
20.
Yeah, many.
Yeah. You're also president of
Schuylerville Community Theater.
Yeah.
Yes, I am.
And how many shows do they do every year?
We consistently do two.
Two.
One in the fall, which is normally a play, and one in the spring, which is a musical. In the summer, we have a children's summer theater workshop.
Wonderful.
So, I think age 5 up through high school. And the older you get, you may end up being a director or a student choreographer, but it walks all ages through the development, creation, performance, striking, the whole bit. So that's in the summer.
Maybe you'll get that little kernel going so that they'll really.
It only takes one. It only takes one. That's where the seeds start.
Yeah.
Right at that really early age where they finally just do something.
You get on
in
there
front
the
of
minute
people.
you're on stage. You're shaking. You're going to get on stage to do something, and then you open your mouth and you go, "Oh, this is cool."
Oh, that's not so bad. And currently we're doing applications and auditions for our scholarship program, which is for seniors going into performing arts and fine arts. So the applications are open now for seniors graduating in Schenectady, Washington, Warren counties, anywhere in our local area.
Yeah, in our local area.
And so we've been doing that for 45 years, a scholarship every year. So there's, and
how
like
exciting that is.
It is. There's so many layers to it and so many opportunities for people to connect with stories and connect with communities and connect with, all of their friends.
Exactly.
And that it's just a great experience.
And Jonathan, I know you've been on this show before a long time ago, I think. Yeah. So what have you been up to?
I was here this time last year for Cinderella.
Yeah.
I directed Cinderella for these guys. And then before that, I think the last time I was here for probably, oh wow.
I could look it up.
Next to Normal.
Oh my gosh, that was a long time ago.
Saratoga, probably. I directed that one for a group in Saratoga. I'm just, my day job is my day job, but as far as theatrical things go, I've done a little acting in the last year.
You have? Okay.
Yeah, I did.
What were you in?
I did a production of Cabaret in Hudson Falls.
Oh, wonderful.
Cliff
That's
Bradshaw.
a wonderful.
I did
So
The Drowsy
appropriate.
Chaperone at Fort Salem Theater.
That's a great show too.
It's a fantastic
Yeah.
show. And I stepped in last minute for Play On, which is the play that Schuylerville did last year. We had an actor drop out last minute. And,
I know, those are always, oh my gosh.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, I know. And once in a
Theaters
while, you
and-
have to cancel the whole production because they all get sick for COVID or something.
And while Jonathan's not in this production,
Right.
his talent shines through this production in the way he brought us together and has us just being these hilarious and touching characters.
Yeah.
So it's been a great show.
So do you have your lineup for next year, or you're not?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Not
That's
yet.
got comes. Well, and there's
We're working
always
on
a
it.
chance that you pick a great play and find out that you can't get the rights to it.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
I mean, that's
All
so
those kinds of-
frustrating when that happens because you spend so much time trying to find what you really want to do for the season, and then you send in and you find out,
You
oh no,
know
somebody's
the
doing
plight.
that within 50 miles or so. You can't
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So so I'm really we didn't tell people when it
Yes,
is.
it's April 4th, 5th, and 6th.
Okay.
Our performance venue is the Schuylerville High School. So we have
Easy
a
to find.
beautiful stage, lovely seating. It's 7:30 Friday and Saturday, 2 o'clock on Sunday. We
Sunday,
try to get
matinee.
everybody who wants, matinees.
So tell me about the set. Who's doing sets? Because sets to me are so important. I love sets.
So funny story. Technically, I guess I designed
I'm
the
so
set.
glad you asked.
I am a firm
More Jonathan talent comes
Yeah,
through as he
I,
designs the set.
I am a director that I don't believe in. I mean, not that I don't believe in them. I don't use them myself. Giant moving set.
No, you don't
pieces.
need a lot, yeah.
I try to strip everything
Minimalist. You're a
down.
minimalist.
Yes. We literally have 10 chairs, a table, and 2 chairs at that table, and that is it. Other
And a
than
bell.
other than the platform that we put the band on. That is the set. There is no real set per se.
But it works. It works.
Does. It allows
works.
you
Well,
to.
and it keeps really good theater affordable.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's what we want people to be able to get in the door.
Because sets are expensive.
They
If
are.
you have to start building a double level set and stairways and then you got to paint it and then you got to put wallpaper on it and then you got to do this and that.
It's true.
I do like the minimalist. I went to an event called Seen to Be Seen or something like that, where they did different little pieces and chairs. I mean, and you understood what was happening. They were in a park. Okay, I believe that. You're in a park. You're on a chair in a park.
Sure.
I don't need trees around it. You tell me that, I'll believe you.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in the theater world, we call that the willing suspension of disbelief.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so our set is very minimal. It always is going to be minimal when it comes to me. I'm not gonna fill the. I want you to focus on what you're looking at and what you're hearing. As opposed to what's on the back wall.
Yeah.
So I will always be a little minimalistic in my approach for seating and that. Really, the biggest. Attraction in this show is the music. We have a great band, we have a great musical director, and so we are going to. It's going to be one of those shows that you're going to hum a lot of these songs as you go out the door.
That's great.
Which is always nice to do. And so I think you're going to. Yeah, it's going to be a good time for everyone.
Okay, don't forget 4th, 5th, and 6th at
Correct.
Schuylerville High School,
Yep.
and enjoy the thing. It's 7:30 at night and 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes,
on
thank you so
Sunday.
much.
So yeah, treat yourself. Right?
Thank you.
Exactly.
Do it.
Yeah.